Hello，大家好，欢迎回到外媒看中国，我是安博人。Yesterday, China leveled its last retaliatory tariff against US goods imported to China, matching Trump's 125%. But China made a smart move. They said any further Trump tariff tantrums will be ignored, since trade between the two countries has already become unfeasible. From now on, any higher tariffs just mean nothing. And the Trump administration has found out the hard way that China will not back down, with Trump's team basically begging China's president to give him a call and talk. But guess what? That is absolutely not going to happen, especially after Trump joked that the countries calling him were kissing his ass and begging him for a deal. And the world largely agrees with China, the only country brave enough to stand up to Trump's tantrums and stand strong. Hundreds of thousands of netizens from around the world are sharing their support and pride in China online. So can we claim Trump's tariff terrorism as yet another win for China's soft power? Today, we'll go beyond the propaganda. This is Reports on China. I'm Andy Borham here in Shanghai. Let's get reporting. Yesterday afternoon, China announced its final tariff retaliation against the US, matching Trump's 125% tariff on China with the 125% tariff on US goods, which went into effect today. But always the adult in the room, they signalled to Trump that his angry tariff tantrums from here on out are not worth caring about and will be ignored. China's Foreign Affairs spokesman Lin Jian said yesterday, "Given that US exports to China are already commercially unviable at current tariff levels, any further US tariff hikes on Chinese goods will simply be ignored." Bravo. It seems like Trump wanted to play chicken with the world and he won against everyone else, but lost spectacularly against China, who refused to be bullied and stood up for the world. Lin Jian summed it up quite well on X yesterday with a simple post. "Give the bully an inch, he will take a mile." Despite every other country abused by the Trump regime and this tariff totalitarianism deciding they weren't strong enough to fight back, people around the world are celebrating China's stance, which most likely ended the tariff war against other countries. On April 10, after China calmly slammed a retaliatory 50% tariff on Trump, he suddenly put tariffs on other countries on hold for 90 days, leaving only China's tariff in place. Then he hilariously claimed that that was his plan all along, which anyone with a functioning brain knows is complete baloney. Memes have been going around online like this one, symbolizing how China's refusal to back down very well may have saved the world from economic destruction. And that hasn't been lost on China, with Foreign Minister Wang Yi saying, "China stands up to oppose hegemony, not only to safeguard China's legitimate rights and interests, but also to protect the common interests of the international community and to prevent a return to a jungle world where the strong prey on the weak." And the world is grateful. You can go to any Western mainstream media outlet online and read underneath their reports about the China-US tariff tit for tat and see what people are saying, because the vast majority are supporting China. And some are shocked by their own change of heart, including one YouTube user underneath a BBC video who wrote, "Canadian here, if you'd told me a year ago that one day I'd be cheering on China and criticising the US, I would have said you were insane. Yet here we are." A Japanese user added, "I'm Japanese and I always was suspicious of China, but today I feel admiration for China. I'm happy that at least one Asian country stands up to Trump and his bullying." Another commented, "The US keeps saying China made money off the trade surplus, but they never admit it's been China's cheap and quality goods that have long propped up the dollar and the comfort of the American lifestyle." This comment was short and sweet. China isn't kissing Trump's ass, they are kicking his ass. Another user wrote, "I'm from Australia. Currently, China is the only country in the world that can withstand the pressure from the United States." Literally, you guys, I could just keep on reading. That BBC video alone has more than 20,000 comments, the vast majority of which are backing China. And now Trump's team are literally begging China's president to give Trump a call so that they can end the war that they started a war that they quickly discovered they cannot and will not win. But guess what? That is not going to happen under today's circumstances. China has made its position clear from the very beginning. We're happy and willing to talk, but only when you show some respect, act as an equal, and behave like an adult. China's Foreign Affairs spokesperson Lin Jian said if the US truly wants dialogue, it must stop with the bullying and destructive behaviour. Any dialogue must be based on respect, equality, and mutual benefit. But can Trump do that? Well, of course not. There have been some amazingly hilarious memes going around online of Trump waiting for China's president to call, which, again, only boosts China in the eyes of ordinary people around the world who are proud that someone stood up to Trump's vulgar, bullish behaviour. This year, China's already had DeepSeek, Red Note, and the successful live streams of iSpeed. And now this. There have been so many soft power wins for China this year that I don't know if the world can handle many more. So what next? Well, I can tell you now that under the current situation, without something along the lines of an apology or some major concessions from Trump, there will be no call from China's president, especially after he publicly humiliated the leaders who have called him by saying they were kissing his ass and begging for a deal. But can Trump admit defeat like that? Well, probably not. If he wants, maybe he can paint it some other way so his loyal fans think he won. And then maybe he can find a way to have a call with his idol and work this out. One thing is for sure, though, the US has lost amazingly with this hideous foray into tariff terrorism. But whether or not Trump realizes or admits that is another thing. And on that note, that will be it for today, you guys. But as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think Trump's next move will be? And do you agree that China's president is definitely not going to call Trump under the current state of affairs? Let me know down below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.